Because if Peirson can get a hold of one here, you'll
Yes.
before.
Useful, very useful.
And just a bit of pressure on the bowler. Jofra Archer was in the middle of the crease there. I reckon that's a tough call. Oh, slashed high and wide. There's a sweeper out there. Pearson's got to get back. He goes. He didn't have the best turn at the bowler's end, but he makes it. And the crowd engaged. They're willing them on. 17 from 7.
They're alive.
Just remember, the big decision for George Bailey after this, who bowls the last over? Boyce is bowled out. Mills is bowled out. Archer will be bowled out after this ball. Short bowled beautifully. He would have thought, oh, I've got plenty of options,
So
George
Malenko
Bailey.
or Rose, isn't it?
Malenko or Rose. Malenko got hit by Jake Lehman for 6 off the last ball of a match down at the Adelaide Oval a few BBLs ago to lose the match. So there's pressure on the Hobart Hurricanes.
Whoever bowls the last over, they'd like 17 to defend, not 13 or 11, which
First
we could
time
get.
This bloke hasn't looked calm and cool. And that's
it's 4.
Peirson getting it done here for the Heat. 13 required off the last over.
Well, that was a bad over. 18 off it. 18, and all of a sudden, who's on strike? Brendan Doggett's going to be on strike. They're right in it.
Peirson 23 from just 10 deliveries, a strike rate of 230. And George Bailey now has to say to himself, who am I going to throw the
Dan
ball
Christian.
to?
He's got a Dan Christian.
He hasn't been on the field, has he?
Been on and off the
On and
field,
off.
hasn't bowled this evening. Has had some pretty big successes over the last 12 months in the T20 format and with ball in hand. Won a T20 competition with Nottingham, then went over to the CPL, won it with the Trinbago Knight Riders. Knows all about pressure in big games, and that is this moment right here.
Yeah.
13 from 6 needed.
Yeah, Brendan Doggett, career runs 1, high score 1. He only
Get one
needs
and get
1.
on
He just
strike.
needs
Absolutely.
But Christian's angle of delivery will suit the big boundary on the leg side here. He angles in from off the leg. He bowls wide of the crease. So, wow, this is very, very interesting. 12, of course, for a super over.
Third man up, 3 out in the deep on the leg side. Well,
Oh, he goes wide on the first one.
no,
There's a chance of a run out still.
communicated.
He's
Good
gone
thinking from
wide.
Christian, a cool head.
Very cool. Wide is given. They've got through the signal. It is all
See,
happening here.
If he's made this, he's very quick, Brendan Doggett.
Just given every signal in the game there, hasn't he, done by Davis?
He looked like he was going to be half a pitch out, but he's scampered through. We have to have a look at this. It's going to be very close.
Well, it said it was good work by Christian to run the ball to the stumps, but has he
got
just got the
very
batsman
wide.
back into it?
He
I
has.
think he might have let him off there.
Did he slide his bat? It's a big dive. I want to see the bat on the ground.
Had the option of throwing the ball overarm first and probably underarm. Still went with ball in
Is the bat on
hand.
the ground?
Yeah,
Bats
no,
on
he
the
did.
ground.
He's right.
Once grounded.
Great dive. Great dive.
Well, I got it all wrong. I thought he's done the right thing and made sure he didn't miss. So after all that, it's 2 runs scored.
Right, 11 now, still from 6 deliveries, because remember it was a wide that first delivery from Christian, who hasn't bowled this evening,
It's a big wide too, wasn't it?
and it means that
Big wide.
Peirson is back on strike.
So the adjustment in the field, George Bailey now going into mid-wicket. So there's 5 on the leg side. A short fine leg and a man at mid-wicket. You still get 1 if it goes to them.
Christian, full straight. It's a very good delivery in the Yorker.
2.
Block hole, but they're going to come back for 2. Crowd thought it had got through for 4. Most importantly, Peirson back on strike. 9 from 5.
8 from 5 for a super over. They take that, the Hurricanes. The Heat from where they were.
Yeah,
I reckon
where
the
they
Hurricanes will take that now too.
Yeah, exactly.
Field has remained the same for George Bailey and Dan Christian. The nervous Chris Lynn on the sideline. Gets a bit of it. It's going to be
Well, that'll
protected though. It'll be 1 at it. There's going to turn. They're going to look for 2. There's a chance at the keeper's end. Christian doesn't let go of it. He finally does.
Doggett's the best diver ever.
Had to go then, Peirson. Had to go. He was
Well, they've got to talk to each other and just say, are we going at all costs? Because Doggett
he's
has
going.
simply thought, I'm going no matter what. I don't mind getting run out at the bowler's end, keep you on strike. But we just got here again.
Look at this
Matthew
dive.
Mitchell, eat your heart out. One of the best dives going around.
I'm so surprised Peirson didn't run then.
Look at him. He is Superman. make yourself as long as possible. He did that.
Dan Christian had a chance of throwing it straight away. He hesitated just a fraction.
Yeah.
And I think it's allowed Doggett to get back in.
But you're right, June. Peirson just needed to commit, didn't he? That now leaves Doggett on strike. 8 or 4, Dan Christian.
Well, he wants Wade to come up the stumps, I think.
It's a risky play. I'm not sure why that would be.
Wade staying back at the moment. Behind the wicket, Fine and Third are up and inside the inner circle. Protection backward of square, mid-wicket, long on and off, and cover.
Edge. Well
Well
bowled.
bowled. I'm going to turn and look again, but Peirson will want the strike. Happy for the one. Equation now. 7 needed for the win for the Brisbane Heat off 3 deliveries.
Just a chance to go top of the table.
See your sharks
See
with the
your
pads on
sharks.
everything. Please don't get out.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to come in and hit a 4.
And Mitch Swepson is the other batsman still to come. So 3 balls left. 7 required for the home team.
Hits it again, Dan Christian. Perfect length, a fumble by Wade.
Jesus.
And they've gone for the single. It's a bye. Doggett now back on strike.
Well bowled, slow ball
bowled.
Yorker. Jimmy Pearson's not happy with himself. Well, that makes it tough.
Got to find the rope. I thought that had bowled him for sure, but Wade again.
Would there have been a thought of Peirson saying no, staying on strike? Now
There's a
6
bit of
off
room
2.
backward a point.
Thick edge will be 4.
Good bowling. I think Peirson probably needs. Oh, he goes
Coming
back.
they're
back,
not
he's
sure.
coming back.
Can only come back now.
They weren't sure.
Well bowled Dan Christian. So 1-4, the last ball to win the match.
Should they have taken that second run then?
Soon find out. 4
They
for the
needed
win.
3 for a super over, which is unlikely. Or a 4 for a win. Can he hit a 4?
And they're coming together now to have a chat about things. We've seen it in Big Bash this year. Once in the WBBL. A miraculous finish the other night. Where it was a tied game into a super over. That's the way they're going to have to think if they don't find the boundary. Crowd willing on Doggett here at the moment.
There's just no 3s out there. There's not a 3. Unless it goes right out on the leg side in between the men. Mid-wicket and backward square.
Well, there's an extra, a no ball 2, an overthrow.
Or just a big lusty 4 somewhere.
It's got to be at base of leg stump again, doesn't it? Watch out for the inside edge.
Well, they've got short fine leg.
4 to
very
win.
fine.
It's the last ball.
Well, he gets quite a bit of it. Is it going to go? Archer! He finishes it off coolly, calmly. 4 wins in a row for the Hobart Hurricanes. It came right down to the wire, and they've kept their cool on the last ball. Christian coming on for the last over. Hadn't bowled a ball in this match. Comes on, bowls an over, gets 1 for 8.
It was a great over under pressure. I think Jimmy Peirson should have held the strike, but anyway, what a game.